Hi, I'm Rob, and next up in my Faction 500 series is LYRASZA'S LAIR. This is towards the tail end of this series now, getting towards the last bit. But there's a new troop coming to the game, which I do think is going to make a difference to this and make it a lot easier. My horde level is level 200 for this. This is when this was a really difficult faction to get done, so it did require a horde level that was pretty high. But I think the new troop, Pandarzerker, is actually going to make it a lot easier. So maybe 200 is maybe excessive now, maybe around about 175-ish, maybe I'd say is about right. So, but yeah, 200, but more is more. If it's more, then you're going to make it even easier. So let's take a look at this delve and the team I've gone for, and then we'll look at the troops that I decided to exclude from this team and why. So let's go down to LYRASZA'S LAIR. Nearly there. There we go. Right, so we have these other troops here. Oh, excuse me. So this is the new one. It's the most recent addition to this faction. Pandarzerker does magic +2 damage to the first 2 enemies, or gains the same amount in attack, or destroys 2 random rows. The cool thing about that is kind of no matter what happens at any point in the game, that can be useful. If you're going to do damage, damage is good. Gaining attack is good. That makes your skulls more damaging. And you're always generally going to need someone who's going to need mana. If you cast him and he gives himself some mana back, happy days. And he also has some reduced damage from skulls by 20%, which is pretty good. And becoming enraged when an enemy dies makes the attack boost, if he decides to do that, even more devastating. So very good. Troops I didn't put into this were a Chaos Hound. Just don't like it. Create 7 to 10 skulls, or create 6 to 8 Doom Skulls, or summon a Chaos Hound. You do have the chance of a summon, so it is kind of okay. A lot of people like a summon in these things because if you lose a troop here and there, they are gone forever until the end of this entire set of battles. So it's nice to have that chance of a summon, but I just do not like the way that spell works because of those skulls. If skulls miss or fail to align for you when you cast them and you set the enemy up, the enemy can do devastating skull damage and absolutely just start wrecking through your team really quickly. So not really a fan of that, but it does inflict death mark when doing skull damage. So, but yeah, don't like it. No, it's not happening. No. Dementor, actually very useful. I actually quite like the idea of this. Drains all mana from an enemy, or steals magic +1 attack from an enemy, or silence an enemy. So the draining the mana and silence is really good. Stealing the attack, only semi-useful because generally you're not going to have this in first place. So if you're going to have this, I'd have it in second place. And the only reason I would have it in a team like this was if you haven't got 2 LYRASZA'S, and I'd probably go then Pandarzerker, Dementor, LYRASZA, and Crazed Troll. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Let's go to the banner. Banner for this, we want lots of purple, lots of blue, so +2 purple, +1 blue, -1 green banner from Ilithia. Right, so let's try and get this top troop going. Quicker you can get a nice boost up in attack. This top troop, things can start, or should start happening really quickly. This is literally the first time I've tried it out, but the theory is really good. If you can get that boost going in attack, and you get the first enemy killed, become enraged when an enemy dies with that high attack, and sort of controlled skulls, if you like, start ripping through the enemy team pretty quickly. First one down. Oh, we've got another boost to attack. Happy days. Cast LYRASZA because almost any one of them things is not too bad. If she does damage to all, that is good. If she jumbles the board and gets an extra turn, it could set you up for a 4-match or a skull hit. And exploding gems is going to charge up the team as well, so is all good with LYRASZA most of the time. Obviously when there's more enemies there, you kind of prefer the damage to all more than anything. But with 2 of them there, and this Madness Storm, more blue and purple all the time, means you've got a very good option to cast this. When there's this many gems on the board, this pretty much has to be an extra turn. Can generate 4 matches, can generate random cascades where you get a skull hit. So it can be very useful indeed. Let's see what happens there. Not much. She moved the board around. See if we can make a 4-match from anywhere. That creates a skull hit. Nope. Let's go again with LYRASZA'S. Oh, we've got one over there. Nearly missed. Let's go with this again. See if we get a further increase in attack. Didn't, but they left us one. With that enraged, we start piling through them again. LYRASZA. Done the damage. Done more on that. Let's charge everybody up. Look out for skull hits. Nothing doing. Let's go again. She moved the board around. Let's grab that 4-match. No skull hits. She moved the board around again. Left us a skull hit. Just saw saying a second ago. Really useful for that. And the same for you, matey boy. That first stage, you can go Notia medals or Orpheus medals. That bottom troop on the enemy side can death mark you on skull hits and can be a bit deadly sometimes, so you have to be careful of that. This is where we definitely want Orpheus medals, I think, if I recall, because of things like this. Always check. Disease them, yeah. Still not 50% chance to transform into a mushroom man. That's already enough reason to have Orpheus medals for this. Just going to double check. Yeah. Oh, let me grab my stuff while I'm here. Do like taking like 0 chances in these delves, because it just takes one bit of bad luck sometimes to just transform everything and make it a failure. Right, same as last time. Let's see if we can get a bit of luck hitting our attack boost. So this new troop, the latest edition, Pandarzerker. Really, really good for this. It's a good amount of purple, not a good amount of blue, so I'm not going to cast that. Still no attack boost. Oh, that was me. Somehow I saw that as a skull hit. I got away with that, because that should have been them hitting me back, maybe. I only play these fast sometimes because I don't want to make them overly long videos. But if you're playing these yourself, take your time. No rush. Make sure you make the right moves. Like here, 17 and 17, this has to be an extra turn. If you get any random skull hits like that, they are going to hurt. Especially if you get the increased damage from the top troop. Let's go again. Any random skull hits. More devastating if you've managed to get the attack boost on this, of course. It'll still take a molder there. Particularly against this fella, because when he hits you, he entangles you, which you do not want. Right, so done a damage, but it's still got to cast. Not too much of a big deal though. Let's see what happens there with LYRASZA. She finished off that top troop, which means we're now enraged on that top troop, which is really cool. Become enraged when an enemy dies, thanks to Bloodlust. $10 and 14, that is a reasonable chance. Around about 50-50 or just above. Yep, got a nice attack boost again. Any skull hits now will be most welcome. Let's grab the 4-match before we cast LYRASZA. In fact, we'll cast that again. Nope, just destroying of rows. Kind of does the opposite of what you want half the time. I set them up for a skull hit, but they ignored it, so we'll take it instead. Thank you very much. Got our Orpheus medals on, so we'll shake off that entanglement at the bottom. Not that we're going to be too worried about entanglement on the bottom troop. There's our attack boost. See if LYRAZZA does anything useful. Yeah, see that board rotation sometimes can set you up for a nice skull hit. Bit of damage, nothing too humongous there. And she rotated the board around again. Are we going to get a skull hit from somewhere? Are we going to do damage? Ooh, not quite getting the skull hit just yet. $14 and $9. Enemy doesn't use the colours. Let's go for it. Done the damage. Nice one. And on to the next. Who have we got? Oh, I don't mind fighting the goblins. Do like to do the tough rooms in these for some reason. I'm a bit of a delve masochist. Damage to an enemy web and entangles. That is bad. So we're already keeping the Orpheus medals. Extra turn, explode, green. Give points to a random skill to a random ally with double the effect if they're a goblin. Queen grapple face. Damage to all enemies. Extra turn. And a chance of a summon. It's nasty. It's probably the worst one here. That's why I'm going to do it. Oh dear. Right then, so let us get going with this, see if we get the nice attack boost first and foremost. Come on. There's a first attack boost. Do like this this new troop, this Panderzerker. Latest addition to the delve. I think overall makes this delve, from what I've seen so far, significantly more doable. What should we do? Let's see if we got the attack boost. We didn't. I'll take that though. $11.12 is reasonable, but let's see if we can do anything different with that. Oh dear me. That's right. Oh no, that was right actually, we got the attack boost. Oh, lit it off! 10 and 11 is not particularly reliable for that. $13 and 11, a bit more reasonable. Let's go for it. That worked out okay. As soon as we get past the first enemy, we start getting this enraged effect is really when things can start flying. So I've sacrificed that 4-match thing then. I've sacrificed that skull hit for that 4-match then. Sometimes what you don't want to do. Oh, we've got another boost in attack though, so that is good. Now this is when I want LYRAZZA to jumble the board around, so she doesn't. Come on. Give me a random skull hit. This is what Orpheus medals are important for this, because we want to cleanse that off as fast as possible, and there it is, and there's snot-faced bogeyed out of it. If that is even a thing. Well, it is now. Oof. Oh, just realised how much damage I've started taking. Got to be really careful now. Let's get her gone. Let's have 700 damage in. That was like so good. Oh, I could have done the damage then to sort out that top troop. So I'm going to get a summon in. And I cast the other one. Done the board jumble. See what happens this time. Right, finish that one off. And done. Bit shady towards the end, but got it done, that's alright. And into the last room, LYRASZA'S sanctum. Okay, drains all mana from an enemy, steals attack from an enemy or silences them. That is impervious though, so if you had a Dementor Core yourself, you can't actually stop that with the mana drain, etc. So yeah, it's just the same again basically, trying to get Pandarzerker charged up. Hope for the attack boost, and then just wreck through the enemy. There's our first attack boost. Happy days. We'll take that, give him a hefty wallop. It's not enough. Want 12, 13 of each plus to make that a viable move, really. Not much choices here, really. We set him up for a skull hit. Never mind. That was not too bad from LYRAZZA. We'll take it. Yay! Got the attack boost again. See, this is where I don't mind casting LYRAZZA, because if she does the damage to all, that's okay. Jumble the board with an extra turn, can set up a skull hit. Exploding gems can charge up our top troop to have another go at it. Have another go at getting the increased attack, etc. I'd rather get rid of that top one sooner rather than later though, can be annoying. Fragile. Sneaky. Didn't dodge that though, did ya? Matey boy. 8 and 12, decent chance of an extra turn. Like this more though. At this exact point in time. 14 and 9 is decent. Let's go for it. Check around for extra turns after. So they're about to do the same as us, but they will get charged up because there's so much stuff going on, it is slightly nuts. See if I can benefit from another increase in attack. So I did. Let's sort them out. Now enraged with 386 attack, so skull hits now are going to absolutely steam through this motley crew. This is where you don't mind the board jumble from LYRAZZA, because when that happens, you have made a mighty great wallop. Yellow and purple, or cast this. Now we're just about to create a lot of skulls. There's not many skulls there, but let's see what happens with this. They got the summon instead. Right. It's not a scary summon. It's a low level of one. It's only got like 80 odd attack compared to 260 from the other one, so not too much of a big deal, especially if I can get a bit more oomph to my top troop. Or we can get some skulls going. Tried the summon option again, that's quite funny. Right, let's get this one out of it. Come on, let's start having me a few skull drops here and there. AI gets random skull hits galore. How about me getting one or two? Come on. Let's have a skull from somewhere. Let's have a board rotation or something maybe from LYRAZZA. Set up a skull hit. No? 1 in 3 chance of this doing the damage and getting rid of the top troop. They are gone. And what's she going to do? Rotate the board around. To very little effect. Let's grab some more purple. Don't want to set them up for a skull hit. We're doing alright. That's okay. Don't like the skulls that this thing can generate when there's that many skulls there. This gives me a chance to jumble the board maybe. Didn't happen. Oh, they set me up. That was kind of them. Thank you very much. That was 644 attack. But you can't control that, you see. What it does, it's like completely down to luck. Come on, we just want one skull bash from somewhere. And the drop would be a good one. Oh, got a chance of getting some sort of skull drop from this at some point. Nope, didn't happen then. Come on, LYRAZZA, do something good. There you go, she spun the board around. And the job is done. So yeah, that new troop, that Panzerker thing, really a massive difference to this delve. It was one of these sort of top 5 most difficult ones. I think it's a lot more doable now with that troop. And I was a bit unlucky on some of them games with how long it took to get the decent attack boost from it. But if you get a little bit of luck with it and you get more skulls drop down and things like that, you get that attack boost going quicker, then that could be a fairly quick delve this time rather than the absolute struggle it was before Panzerker came along. But there it is, there's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bashed that like and subscribe button. Maybe even consider joining. It's at the cheapest price that YouTube would let me set it at a basic level. And feel free to share the video amongst other players, things like that. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.